G'day, this is the double-ended staging yard on the Kanunda and Emu Flat Railway. A staging yard on a model railway represents the rest of the world. It's a couple of days before the operating session, so I'll try to show you how the staging yard fits into the whole layout. The K&EFR is a freelance South Australian railway set in about 1984. The staging yard is 8 tracks wide, and this end is called Cooper. Cooper represents trains coming from Adelaide and environs, such as Mile End. I will talk about these 2 tracks at the back here later on. These buildings disguise where trains go through holes in the backdrop. This engine shed serves the staging yard. The through freight departing Cooper. BL29 is not running well. It's got a loose ball joint on one of the drive shafts. The through freight entering the layout proper. I'll take you for a quick walk around the layout. First, we head upgrade to the main station called Kanunda. Kanunda has a marshalling yard and several industries. From Kanunda, the single-track main line heads downgrade to Steep Hill Tunnel. The branch line to Maranalgo leaves the main line just as it leaves Steep Hill Tunnel. Maranalgo. Following the main line along, we arrive at the town of Wuldowie. The Kanunda and Emu Flat Railway is essentially a folded dog bone, so the main line now goes along in front of Kanunda again, this time at a lower level. Next, at Jimba Jimba Junction, there is a branch line that goes off to the town of Myrtle Springs. Myrtle Springs is one of the 2 tracks at the back of the staging yard. This is the town of Emu Flat. Penston Quarry occupies the final turnback in the layout. We are now arriving back at the other end of staging. This end of staging is called Foster and represents trains going to Melbourne or to the southeast of South Australia. You will notice here that there are 2 dead-end tracks and 2 tracks which contain nothing but freight wagons. The Foster Yard Ladder. Back to those 2 tracks behind Cooper. The tank train is staged so that it will depart from Foster, while behind that we can see the Myrtle Springs train. The Myrtle Springs goods departing. The Metal Springs goods arrives on the layup from behind the shearing shed and joins the main line at Jimba Jimba Junction. This mirror above the staging yard helps the road crew see their trains through the yard. It is now just before the operating session, and we're all set up for the hostler here. That's what we call the staging operator. The two road crews have a box of packets of cards which they'll take in the appropriate order. The hostler has car cards and engine cards and a train list. It has just gone 6 a.m. by the fast clock and the session is about to begin. From his train list, the hostler can see that the first train out will be the down Mount Gambier goods, a through freight. Labels on the tracks assist the hostler. At 6:08, the down Mount Gambier goods departs Cooper. Trains travelling in this direction are considered down trains because they are travelling from Adelaide. While the down Mount Gambier goods departs, 704 is brought out from the engine shed. At 8 minutes past 6, the Up Overland departs from Foster. Up trains are those trains travelling towards Adelaide or Cooper on the K&EFR. It is 6:25 a.m. when the Up Overland arrives in Cooper.
Wish some of these old pensioners would boost their purse strings and put you in one thing.
I don't know.
I don't know whether it was this one or not, Ken.
I think that would have caused that sort of problem.
No, anyway.
The down Mount Gambier goods ties up in Foster. At the same time, the Metal Springs goods departs on its branch line.
I still like your little shearing shed, Ken.
Yeah, I'm rather pleased with that. The hostler, me, takes S301 off from the down Mount Gambier goods. And sends it off to the engine shed. You take that over there where you started off again. Over. Yeah. Points are set? No, yeah, they are partly, not down here yet. Right, you're not due out to 6:55, so we've got another. We have a visiting operator who may need some extra instructions and help.
Has you on your toes, this one, Ken?
The hostler couples 704 onto the train in track 1, which will now become the Melbourne Jet. Two 930 class Alcos are brought out from the engine shed and parked in track 5.
You go around there this time, and I'll take it around there where you won't be there. Then now track 5 I want. That's good. There's the arm there. I'll get these out of the way. I'll set the track for you.
At 5 to 7, the down Emu Flat passenger departs Cooper.
On this fairway, here's
The hostler brings the two V-line engines from the up overland through the yard and puts them away in the engine shed. The two 930 class engines are now coupled under the passenger consist in track 3. This train will become the down overland. At 7:42 a.m, the Emu Flat passenger arrives back in Cooper.
better hurry up. Better stick it in somewhere.
There. Now, yeah. Stop it now. That'll do. Stop it there.
We're winning. Don't tell anybody.
So there's no set time for that one? No time for this, no. Right.
The down Stony departs from Cooper as an extra, therefore it doesn't have a set time of departure. The Grain Extra arriving in Cooper behind a Mustard Pot 830 class engine. The hostler guides the uploaded Stony into track 8 at Cooper. Because there are two trains staged in each of the dead end tracks, the hostler needs to shuffle the trains around so that they can depart in order. At 9:03 a.m, the Melbourne Jet with 704 as its lead engine departs Cooper.
Coming into Kanunda. Is that loud enough? It's all set. Going straight through.
We're going straight through, eh?
Straight through.
Okay.
And leaving Kanunda at 9:06.
The hostler is still shuffling trains around. I have speeded up parts of this video to either 4 times or 2 times normal speed. (9:17 a.m) and the Melbourne jet arrives in Foster. At 9:31, the Adelaide Super Freighter departs Foster behind V-Line X54 and AN 940. Still shuffling trains. B-Line C507 will go on to another up train.
Back to you, Rodney, with the...
In all of the double-headed trains, the second engine is a dummy.
And your party Marylango, Rod, they're around there in a couple of minutes.
Although not really prototypical, the hostler's job is a busy one.
I was going to say, where would you like it, mate, but I might be too much a suggestion.
Yeah, it's too late in the evening for that.
I'll come and wait out here.
When you stand here, we can see the mirror. As soon as you the brake van's clear of that turnout, as soon as it's clear, you've got clear space there. Then stop back in there, Chris.
Adelaide Super Freighter arrives in Cooper at 9:45 a.m.
Thanks, Ken.
May mean the overland might run late when you prove that.
Soon after, the transferred goods from Kanunda arrives at Cooper. This train unclogs Kanunda Yard, at least for a while. At 10:30 a.m, the Down Overland departs from Cooper.
I'll cut this third one off.
Yep. Coming into Kanunda with the overland.
Oh, shit. You want me to back?
Back up, yeah.
10:30, the Down Overland arrives at Foster. Video speeded up 4 times. Now we come to those 2 tracks full of freight wagons that I pointed out at the start of this video. The hostler must make up a down transfer goods with some of those wagons. First, he cuts the brake van off from the transfer goods. The Adelaide jet departs Foster at 10:44 a.m. and the hostler has picked up 6 wagons from track 6B. Those 6 wagons are coupled onto the brake van. And the original 6 are set back in track 6B. 10:58 a.m. the Adelaide jet arrives in Cooper. (8:47) couples onto the down transfer goods. The down transfer goods now heads back to Kanunda. The down roadside goods is arriving in Foster. The roadside good has had work to do at all stations. More shunting for the hostler, setting out and picking up wagons, while he makes up the roadside goods as an up train. The roadside goods is another train that is run as an extra, which is in the sequence of trains but does not have an actual timetable. The up roadside goods is now ready to depart. The roadside goods departs Foster with Australian National number 949 running B end forward. The hostler brings the tank train forward from track 5A, one of those two back tracks. The up tank train departing Foster behind number 604 is also run as an extra. The up tank train arriving in Cooper. The tank train had passed the up roadside goods, which now arrives at Cooper. It's 1:35 p.m. and the last train of the session is the up Mount Gambier goods, departing from Foster, behind Australian National BL29 and 940. BL29 is now running good, now that I've superglued that loose ball joint onto the drive shaft.
No, Myrtle Springs is
Fictitious.
Oh. Just go in, take the branch line at Jimba Junction.
Yeah.
You're going behind the shearing shed.
Yeah, you got to change them points down there at Jimba Junction.
Just keep an eye on your signal with you, whether who gets there first. Get the green signal.
It looks like you'll have to reset.
Small Alco number 842 arrives with the down Myrtle Springs goods. The two Australian National engines arrive at Cooper with a lengthy up Mount Gambier goods. Thanks for watching and please subscribe. See you later from Ken and Max.